Gwegwe, Watkwanawarlado. Greetings. My name is Chandra Maracle, and I'm a grateful recipient of the Greater Tkaronto Bioregion flow funding this year. Just like to tell you and show you a little bit about what I've been up to in this past year. It was just about a year ago when Val Steinman and I, Val of Heartwood Farm, we got together over lunch and decided that this was going to be the year that we would do some planting. Specifically, we were going to plant some heirloom traditional Haudenosaunee corn and some friends. So that's exactly what we did, but it was so much more. So let me show you. This is what we came up with. We planted, this is known as Tuscarora White corn. It's one of our traditional Haudenosaunee varieties. But we also planted sunchokes, sunflowers, a few varieties of beans, 2 other varieties of corn, and a few varieties of squashes. At one point, we got together with some of Val's friends and colleagues and family, and we husked some green corn, which was corn in the first stage where it begins to ripen. And we shared some of that food together at a potluck at Val's house on her farm. We got together a few more times to share food, to share stories, to share history, and to talk about relationships. And one of the things that we did at the other meetings where we talked about history, we talked about culture, we talked about relationships through these historical documents and treaties that are codified in these wampum belts. We talked about what wampum is, coming from these shells and these wampum beads here made from these strings. But we talked about Haudenosaunee protocols. And we talked about the relationships that settlers and Haudenosaunee have had for several hundred years. Together, Val and I have decided that what we're doing is reconciliation in action, or re-corn-ciliation. Corn is such an integral part of Haudenosaunee history and culture. It always was, it always has been, and we hope that through reconciliation gatherings, things like this, that it will continue to be for a very long time. But with the twist that we come together and we do it together now. I think that this is a really good opportunity. The time is right. And I think we're creating a methodology for reconciliation here in the future. So I'd like to thank first Val Steinman and her husband Brent and their kids and the rest of her family and friends who participated in the gatherings. And I'd like to thank Brian and Susan for generously supporting this work that we've been doing, and to all of the funders from the GTB Flow funding.